guys, Tiger here. Just got out of physical therapy. Everything's doing good. Back's healing up good. Wow, what a night last night. I know everybody's woke up today. If you didn't see it last night, you've seen it today. Just how extremely unfunctional, how screwed up our wonderful government is. Kicking out the House Speaker. I didn't like McCarthy, but you know, are we really this screwed up that we're letting 4, 5, 6, 8 people, whatever, run the whole show and not for the betterment of our country? Blows my mind, guys. Blows my mind that Trump can continue to get all this support from X amount of people in this country. The Republican Party still stands behind him, even though they know he's nutsy cuckoo, that he doesn't care about this country, he doesn't care about our military, he doesn't care about the government. All he wants to do is be a dictator. He's only out for himself ever in anything he's ever done. Businessman? That's a joke. He is not a businessman. And it's starting to show in the court cases, all the stuff that's been brought against him. He's a criminal. And if he were somehow able to get reelected, which I hope he doesn't, that's the end of this country as we know it. So we can't let this happen. We can't let the Republican Party, if you even want to call it that anymore, screw up our country any more than what they already have. They're not for this country. They're not for the people. They're not doing their jobs. They're not standing up against this mega faction that's trying to destroy us. When the majority, I know, in the House proclaim that they care about this country and what's going on, but they won't stand up against Trump. They won't stand up against these people to do the right thing. Democrats, I know they're trying to stay neutral. They're trying to watch their own backs. But our country was put together on being able to work together, regardless of what party you're in, regardless of your beliefs. We've always been able to reach compromises on everything that needs to be done for this country, for the betterment of this country, for the people of this country who elect these folks to take care of us, and they're not doing their jobs. They're taking more breaks than I ever got working, instead of being in there working across the aisle to get things done, to get bills passed, to secure our borders, to help Ukraine, to help the working class people in this country, to curb inflation, to give us better medical care, to fight for women's rights, to fight for LGBTQ. They're failing all the way around, whichever party you're on. I'd been a registered Democrat all my life. After this last primary, midterm election, whatever, I went to independent because Can't trust any of them. And McCarthy stood up and gave this big speech last night, disputing lie after lie after lie. All Trump does is spew lie after lie after lie. Then you got people on the Democratic side that lie and lie and cheat their people that have elected them by not doing their jobs, by being corrupt. I mean, for goodness sake, they're taking a vote to try not to close down the government so that federal people, our military, will still get paid. And you got a Democrat blatantly, I don't care what he says, pulling a fire alarm to interrupt what's going on when the Democratic Party is reaching across and basically saving the government from a shutdown. And you want one idiot to go out and do something like this? I don't get it. I don't get what's happened to our government. I don't get the childishness. I don't get why they can't work together. I don't get why people would support someone who wants to be a dictator, who wants to destroy our country. He doesn't respect our military. He doesn't respect the people of this country. He doesn't like this country. Why the hell doesn't he just go somewhere else? I just don't get it, people. We've got to start standing up for ourselves. We've got to start really looking at the people who are running to be our representatives, to be our senators, and get people in that are actually going to do something for this country, that are actually going to do something for the lower and middle class in this country. I'm on disability. I live paycheck to paycheck. You know, I'm in a financial situation that is of my own making overall. That's my fault, but our government could work to help support us better medically, to cut drug costs, to cut inflation. I wouldn't have as big a problem if I wasn't having to pay out so much in medical bills and for groceries, and I know a lot of you are the same way. So we need to stand up together. We should have term limits. We shouldn't be allowing people to get elected over and over and over again, basically for a lifetime. There should be an age limit on the presidency. There should be an age limit on every position in our government, especially our Supreme Court. I think they need to have term limits. Something's got to change, because this country's going to hell in a handbasket. Literally. We've become a joke to the rest of the world. We seriously have become a joke to the rest of the world. And that's got to change, people. That's got to change. You know, I pray to God every night for this country. I pray for our fellow countrymen around the world. I pray for our military. I pray for peace around the world. And I know my mom said it before, and you can look at it in story after story after story in the Bible, where God has used the bad people or the hated people to achieve goals, to do good things. But I can't see electing Trump. I can't see continuing with this Republican Party as being a good thing, as achieving any good thing for this country or our world. I've done some research because I've heard on the news people talking about it and stuff, and I want to do my own research about things so that I can understand things and know what is really factual. Do you know that Trump can still run for president even if he goes to prison? And I didn't know, but it has happened in the past, in our distant past, but it has happened in the past that candidates have run from jail or prison to be president and other members of Congress. That shouldn't be allowed. How that is allowed, I don't know. It should be a disqualification. We don't need criminals, worse criminals, running our country and not doing what needs to be done. I've said it before, age is just a number. It is. I mean, look at the guy who's owns Fox News and whatever. He's in his 90s, still kicking it, still in his right mind, still able to go, still able to do. And Biden could survive and lead this country another 4 years if that's what it comes down to. But we've got to make some changes, folks. I'm begging. Let's make some changes and get things right again in this country. Say our prayers, make our votes. We need some change, some real change. And that's my 2 cents. Just know that I love you guys. God loves us. We'll figure out how to get through it. Tiger out.